Hello friends, Namaste. Today we are going to talk about task-based language teaching, that is also called TBLT. So basically, TBLT is an approach to language instruction that focuses on using meaningful tasks as the central unit of instructions. It is a way of teaching, especially teaching language through the task, right? In say simple words. The core principle of TBLT is that learners acquire language most effectively when they are engaged in real world tasks that require communication. However, problem solving and the use of the language in context. Say if you know the grammar rules and all, but you don't know how to communicate in real life, that's a waste of time, right? You have wasted your time in say learning grammar rules. See, it is necessary. Obviously, it is good to know the grammar. It's not acceptable when the people don't know the grammar, but only the grammar say ratta mar kind of a thing, that's not good, right? Task based language teaching shows that how you will going to communicate in person in the everyday situation, in real world situation, right? In real life situations. Task based language learning is say focus. It focuses on tasks, or say real world tasks. So here is a breakdown of key aspects of TBLT. Let's see. First one is tasks as the focus. As I told you, in TBLT, tasks are designed around real life situations and language use, such as ordering food in a restaurant, planning a trip, or conducting a survey. So in these in all these tasks, you will learn how to communicate with each other in these kinds of situations. These tasks encourage students to use the language in meaningful ways rather than just focusing on grammatical rules or vocabulary drills. As I told you, not the focus is not only on the grammatical rules or vocabulary drills, but also on the tasks, on the say situations, real life situations. Tasks should involve interaction, collaboration, and communication. They can range from simple to complex depending on the learner's proficiency levels. So the tasks, they should involve interaction, also collaboration means in group they'll do the activity, and communication, of course. They can range from simple tasks, and then the level will increase to the complex depending on learners proficiency levels. Second one is task design. So the tasks are often divided into three stages. First is pre-task, the task, and post-task. So pre-task, the teacher introduces the topic. So the teacher here say teacher's responsibility is more than a student when she or he is giving a task. So the teacher introduces the topic first, then set goals for the task and activates prior knowledge. Vocabulary and structures that might be necessary for completing the task are also introduced. So these are some of the vocabulary you have to you will use. So this is kind of a preparation for the task. Then comes the real task. Learners complete the task usually in pairs or small groups, like say 3 or 4 or 5. They use the target language to accomplish the task without explicit focus on form. So the target language means in which which language we are going to learn, which language we are learning. So these are basically two languages, source language and target language. So in task based language teaching, the target language is more important, right? So source language, see if see if we are learning English, and through Gujarati language I am teaching you English, then so our source language will be Gujarati and our target language will be English. So the task will be in the target language, of course, and it will be in a say two, or say more, at most the five groups will be there, five people will be there. Then the third one is focus on meaning. The primary goal in TBLT is to use language for communication, not just for practicing structures or vocabulary in isolation. So it is based on tasks, or rather communication or interaction, not only on the vocabulary or grammar. As such, the focus is on meaning and how language functions to accomplish real world goals. Sometimes it happens that say you don't know the proper word for that particular thing, but then also you say turn the sentence and go into that, so you will be able to learn language without a vocab, right? So the focus is on meaning. Then grammar and vocabulary are taught implicitly during the task and post-task phases, allowing learners to see how the language works in context. So grammar and vocabulary, they both can be taught implicitly during the task, right? So see, whenever the fluency is there, then accuracy will automatically come, and you yourself will be able to know that whether you are going good or not, or somewhere you feel that okay, what I have spoken is not correct, or little bit something is wrong in that sentence, right? So the task, the meaning of giving a task is that one should have the fluency first. Fourth one is learner-centered approach. It is the task-based language learning is a learner-centered. TVLT emphasizes active participation from learners who take the lead in the learning process. The teacher acts as a facilitator or guide, helping students as needed, but the emphasis is on student discovery and interaction. Of course, the student will be there, but of course, the teacher will be there, but the learners or the students are in the center. So teacher will help you whenever needed, but it is totally dependent on your say interaction or communication. Learners' needs, interests, and motivations are centered to task design. This makes tasks more relevant and engaging for the learners. See, as per their interests, as per learners' interests, because see, somewhere if learners are not interested much, then the teacher will also say tired of giving all the tasks, and see, the learners are not there. How a teacher can teach you, right? So if the learner, I am trying to make you speak in English, but you are not at all agree to speak in English, then how can I make you speak, right? So this is all these things are based on the learner's approach. Fifth one is types of tasks. So the first one is information gap task, then problem solving tasks, and opinion sharing tasks. So in information gap tasks where learners exchange information that neither of them possesses, such as completing a puzzle or map by sharing descriptions. See, descriptions will be shared by them, and they'll complete the puzzle, solve the puzzles or map by sharing the descriptions. So that when the descriptions will come, that it means that some interaction is going on, right? The second one is problem solving task. Learners work together to find a solution to a given problem, such as planning a holiday or making decision about hypothetical situation. and so on. So these are some of the problem solving tasks. The third one is opinion sharing tasks. Learners discuss their views on a topic, giving reasons and arguments for their positions. So say if the opinion sharing tasks are there, for example, debates or say group discussion in which the language is used more and more. So these are some of the types of tasks. Sixth one is assessment. Assessment in TBLT focuses on learners' ability to complete tasks successfully. This includes both formative assessments, for example, ongoing during tasks, and summative assignments. Assessments means evaluation at the end of a series of tasks. So this kind of assessment is there. Performance is measured by how well learners can use the language to achieve communicative goals in realistic scenarios. So performances can be say easily assessed by the teacher or the tutor, whoever is giving the task. So this was all about assessment. Then let's talk about advantages of TBLT. Why task-based language teaching is necessary, or what are their advantages? First is real-world relevance. The tasks reflect real-life situations, making learning more practical and meaningful. So say whenever you will go in the say public area, you will be able to communicate in English or in any target language, right? So real world relevance. Then the second one is increased engagement. Students are more likely to be motivated when they see the purpose and practical value of the language they are learning. So increased engagement will be increased. Third one is holistic learning. TBLT promotes learning language in context, helping students integrate listening, speaking, reading and writing skills. Means all the four skills will be integrated in this TBLT. So these are some of the advantages. Now of course the challenges are also there. First one is task complexity. Designing appropriate tasks for different proficiency levels can be challenging, because say every students are not same, na? So it can be challenging for or rather complex for the group of people. Too complex a task may overwhelm lower level learners, right? They might feel that okay, this is not our cup of tea. So complexity complexity can be challenging. Second is time and resources. TBLT often requires more planning and resources than traditional teaching methods. Of course, the teacher has to be prepared with the tasks. And of course, the third one, teacher training. Teachers need specific training in how to implement TBLT effectively and manage tasks in the classroom. So by concluding the point, we can say that TBLT offers a learner-centered communicative approach to language learning, prioritizing real-world tasks and meaningful use of the language. It requires careful task design, teacher facilitation, and an emphasis on communication rather than just grammatical accuracy. So TBLT is good for those who wills to learn language. But those who has the primary goals, or say they are just learning language for the sake of learning language, so it's difficult or it's complex for that. So it was all about task based language teaching, TBLT. So it was all from my side. Thank you so much.